Welcome back, guys, to another Slime Isekai Memories video, and today we'll be talking about Death Note's Diary Part 2. Now, essentially, this main focus of the video will be, is the release of the game on the 22nd of November, or will it take longer? Now, with this, it puts me in a predicament, because as this Diary Volume 2 Death Notes says, it says, I'm glad you've decided to join for me on the second installment of this Slime Isekai Memories Developer's Diary, and this time around they will be talking about the difference between the closed beta testing and the launch versions of the game. Now, essentially, they're talking about the launch version of the game. Like they already have the launch versions ready, and essentially this could very well be an indication that the game is nearby launch, and essentially the placeholder date, the 22nd of November, is looking very real, or it could be sooner. So that's really good. So they're talking about the launch versions, differences between the launch versions that they have ready and the closed beta testing. So essentially, the first thing that they've added is they've added an animation recruit sequence. Basically, when you recruit, you may now see an animated clip by 80-bit, which is the studio that animates the slime. That time that got reincarnated as a slime anime. So the studio producing the Tensura anime, which didn't appear in the beta, the animation below is an exclusive sneak peek preview. If you want to see the rest of the clip, you'll have to download the app and recruit some of the characters. It's high-rarity guaranteed recruit animations. Essentially, this is showing Rimuru being like super freaked out about this opponent that's coming up soon, and essentially this will show that it's a high-rarity guaranteed character, essentially the top-tier guaranteed units, which is really interesting to see. There's going to be an auto replay feature added, so essentially there's going to be an auto replay, or like, let's say you want to play the same stage like 5 times or something, then you're able to do so. And essentially there's going to be a stamina based system. Essentially this game will have stamina in it. This was heavily requested in the beta tested feedback, so we've added a feature called parallel processing. This feature allows you to automatically repeat a quest you've already cleared a specific number of times, and there's also some conditions, and it still costs stamina, but it's a very useful feature. When testing the game, you would like to use up all your stamina auto replaying material collection quests before work and before bed. So essentially this will allow you to save time, and essentially this will allow you to auto it without no problem. And there's 2 buttons. You can reset the amount of times you want to do it, and you have a max button, which essentially uses all your estimated stamina required for it, and also it tells you what's the estimated time for it to finish, which is really good. 6 seconds is not bad, so that's pretty good. There's also going to be battle conversations. This is something that we've seen on Christoria that was introduced by Bandai in the Tales of Christoria game, which is really interesting and really nice to see. So that's a very nice touch. So essentially, when you go to a quest, you will see the characters talking to each other and having specific interactions when there are specific party members on the team. For example, in this case, we have Rimuru and the Humans Empire's leader. We've added the feature where the characters will converse amongst themselves between battles. You will unlock special conversations by pairing up different combinations of characters, which makes it even more fun to recruit new allies and switch up your parties. This is just fantastic, as it makes them very similar to Tales of Christoria, and essentially you'll be able to have specific interactions with many different characters. You have Rimuru and Millie having special conversations, Rimuru and Shion having special conversations, Rimuru and whichever character, Shizu even, having special conversations, which is really nice. Fourth is the reduced loading time. We've improved loading times compared to the beta, although speeds will vary depending on users' devices, network connections, and the size of their own towns. Users' devices, they mean iOS, Android. Network connections means 4G or Wi-Fi, and their sizes of the town means that the level of towns. For example, if you do have a lot of rendering buildings, then loading time will be taking a little bit longer. But if your town is just starting, then the loading time will be exponentially less. When you log in, you will descend into a town full of 3D models, want you to feel like you're born into another world, so unfortunately there will be some loading time. This issue has also showed up in the beta testing feedback, so we're focusing our efforts on improving this aspect of the user experience. As you guys are able to see, there's a couple of buildings going up. There's a Valdora statue, a couple of buildings, and I believe the one on the background is the main town hall type of area. So if you do have a little buildings like that when you build your town, then the loading time will be exponentially longer than someone that's just starting out and has no buildings. So next time, what are the dev notes going to talk about? They're going to talk about the game's original elements. So they're going to be concretely, officially breaking down the official elements of the game, which is really, really nice to see. And essentially, this is putting the game at a closer look and a closer perspective of when launch is going to happen. So essentially, since they've talked about the difference between the beta and the official launch versions of the game, and that means they're really close to releasing the game. I do hope that by this time there are no bugs, but I feel like there will be some with the amount of reduced loading times and with the amount of buildings you may have on that. So without further ado, guys, I do believe that the launch is coming soon for this game. The placeholder date of the 22nd of November is just there, but I'm sure there will soon be a release. I believe there will be a release sooner than the 22nd of November, due to the fact that they're already talking about their launch versions and their differences. So without further ado, guys, if you guys did enjoy this video, please drop a like, subscribe for more Isekai Memories content, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.